Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Rummery. Thank you so much for sticking with it. We're in week 3 of Restore Your Battery for Coaches. What a ride it's been. We've started with a real focus on our priorities and whether or not our priorities in life, the things that we hold most dear to us, whether they're in alignment with where we're spending time. In that includes this idea of our coaching practice and where does it fit within other priorities, and to what extent did we see the our coaching practice really aligning and connecting with and interacting with and reinforcing some of the other priorities that we have in our life, like our mental health, like our desire for learning and growth, like our family. So that first step was really setting the foundation around priorities and where does our coaching practice fit. The second week, which we're coming off of, was the first week that we were really looking at the battery. We're looking particularly at how to engage ourselves, how do we energize ourselves, and we energize ourselves through our expression of values. And we went through a number of exercises last week where we focused on um, identifying what our core values are, how are we expressing these values in the work we're doing as executive coaches. And then we also looked at what are some of those destructive values, the values um, that we really dislike, that we see pop up from time to time in our work as coaches, and how do we control for those things. So a lot of focus last week is on values and its interplay with how it energizes us, how we're able to express our values and really get recharged because of it. We're going to move now to this week, sticking with the focus on engagement, but looking at a different facet of engagement, which is emotional commitment. I hate to break it to you, but you and me and everyone else has a relationship with their work. And this week we want to explore a little bit the emotional relationship that we have with our work. Most of us are able to invest emotionally in the work that we're doing. We're able to build a strong emotional attachment and commitment to the work. Some of us, it's a problem, and there are reasons why. But we want to explore, in the spirit of trying to engage and build and recharge the energy in our battery. We want to really focus on the degree to which we have a strong, positive relationship with with our work and with our coaching practice in particular. So, what I'd like to do is just a small reflection exercise right now. And I want you to think about the relationship that you have with your coaching practice right now. Is it a positive relationship? Is it a negative relationship? What are the pros and cons in terms of the emotional investment that you've made? Um, there are certain things, of course, that we love about the work that we do, and there are certain things, of course, that we dislike or don't love about the work that we do. And they're vice versa. I think if we were to look at it objectively, there's probably things that our practice loves about us, and then there's things that our practice does not love about us that we could be focusing on. So if you're to look at that relationship, think about what are some of the qualities of that relationship. Is that a relationship where you do feel a strong bond? Do you feel that you have boundaries that allow, healthy boundaries that allow you to, to appropriately prioritize the work, tied to to your practice. So absolutely want to kind of focus on that reflection a little bit. Think about that relationship you have with your work and is it healthy or not? And then, like last week, I want you to take another assessment. This assessment is called the DDC, and it refers to the drivers and deterrents of commitment. And it's a little research that I've done that I wanted to pass along. I think it'd be insightful. It's an assessment that gives you a good picture of what are those things that could really be driving your commitment up and where are the opportunities there, and then looking at some of the things that could really deter or prevent a strong emotional attachment to your work. And this also we'd want to kind of pick apart a little bit. And that's what we're going to be doing over the coming days in terms of these reflection exercises this week. We're going to be focusing on how do these drivers and deterrents of commitment affect our ability to emotionally invest in our coaching practices. So, very much looking forward to an amazing week. We're going to have that real important goal of how do we deepen our emotional investment in the work that we're doing. And we're going to have some fun along the way. Thank you so much. Look for that assessment. The link will be right below this message on the web page. And of course, if you have any questions, etc., definitely reach out to me. Or I certainly encourage you, I've said it in the notes, reach out to other folks in this cohort who are going through this process. The list of people is on that webpage as well. So certainly click and connect with some of your colleagues if you can. Thank you so much and looking forward to a great week.